Hi guys, so we're going to start our series on how to train and raise a helper dog. So here we have our new dog, Prince. He's 8 months old. So he needs to be a helper dog. What is a helper dog? A helper dog is a dog that helps a trainer work with other dogs, and the helper dog has to be really well trained. Those are two different things, by the way. So I'm going to show you a video of my last dog, who was one of the best dogs in the world, and he worked with a lot of aggressive dogs. He was well trained, and he helped me a ton in my business. Now we have a new dog. I'm going to document the raising of him to be like that. Now a helper dog isn't just for trainers. A helper dog is essentially the best you can make your dog, and so that's what we're going for today. You making your dog the best, and if you're a trainer, you having this dog that can help you and improve your business. Now, let's talk real quick, and this is going to be the loose leash walking edition of that, okay? Let's talk for briefly about Prince's age. Prince is 8 months old. Guess what happens at 8 months old? The biggest fear period kicks in, okay? Now, a fear period can be, they bark at new things. They bark at presents during Christmas. They go in the backyard and start barking. Clients come in all the time and go, my dog just started barking at the wind in the trees. What is that? That's a fear period, obviously, and they'll get through it, and that's the good news. The other fear period is what you're seeing right now. It's not fear, right? But guess what it is? He's stimulated. It's his brain is changing, and he's constantly stimulated. When we go on a walk, he's like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. He's not scared, but look at him. He's just like tripped out. That's a fear period. The good news is, I know this dog is a great dog. This is a period. It's like when you have a kid and they go through their terrible twos. It's a period. You don't go, oh my gosh, my kid's crazy. You go, this is something that they're gonna get through. And that's, like, look at him. He's just like, oh my God, what's going on? What's going on? 2 months, he'll be out of this. Doesn't mean he'll just be on a walk going, do. No, but he won't be quite like this. So this is the time we gotta just get through. Now, during that fear period, you should go on a lot of walks, okay? It doesn't mean you don't overwhelm the dog though. I took him to the beach, he was too overwhelmed. Couldn't even control himself. That's too much, but to help get through this fear period, you wanna go on calm walks, all right? Because it exposed them to cars and to garbage men and to workers and to all these things that they need to see during this fear period, so that when they get out of it, they're cool. Okay, so this is loose leash walking edition of how to train a helper dog. So, telling you what a helper dog is for, do you think I'm gonna be like, no, Prince, stay right here. You need to be right next to me. I'm not. A helper dog should, number one, be confident, number two, be well trained, and number three, be happy. Now the happiness will be taken care of in the first two, in my opinion. Prince, okay? But I'm more focused on this dog being confident and being exposed to things. I'm not gonna go on a walk. Look, this guy loves to smell and pee. That's all he wants to do. That's all he wants to do. So I'm not gonna work on having this guy do a perfect heel. Would that be nice? And could I do it? Sure. I don't care about it right now. I have time to train that. You know what? But what I want this guy to do is cruise, and he cannot pull, okay? And that's what we're gonna get into. But I want him to cruise and smell. So here's the rules for training your dog, helper dog, normal dog, loose leash walking edition, okay? This is not a heel. This is not walking perfectly. Okay, here's the deal. We're gonna start walking. Now, he doesn't need to be perfect. I don't really care. I want him to smell, I want him to pee. Here's what he cannot do. He cannot pull on the leash. I'm not gonna let it happen, okay? He doesn't even have to be to my left, okay? But he cannot pull. I'm walking slow on purpose. He wants to smell that bush. I'm just gonna give him a little pull, because you see him kind of get down and go, I'm gonna get there. Now he can smell the bush, but he just can't do it by pulling on this leash. And a pull was about to happen. I actually caught it right before he pulls. Now I'm walking. He's saying, I want to come over here. And I'm kind of saying, well, I'm walking this way. He can do whatever he wants. He just can't pull on the leash. So when they pull, or before they pull, even better, you want to give him a little correction. So I'm going to give him, what is this, 6 foot leash? He can kind of get in front of me. I'm not too worried about it. right? He's seeing new things. We've never gone on this walk. Now, right there, he just kind of went in front of me and went, I'm going over there, right? Remember, he's in the fear period. He's very stimulated. I gave him a little tiny correction. He's never been over here, okay? It's like a field or something. Look, did you see him hang back right there? So, he's within criteria. He's not perfect. Good luck on perfection with your 8-month-old dog. We're not looking for perfect. That's what we don't want. Did you see him kind of cruise off and not even know where I am? Little correction, and now he's back on my page. Come on, no cue. I don't want to give him a verbal cue. He doesn't care. He's too young. I just want him to understand the rules. The rules are, you don't pull. It's the only rule I care about right now. We've never been on this walk, so he's like tripped out, okay? Now we're just gonna kind of cruise around. Remember the rule? Can't pull. Can't pull on a leash. I want him to smell, right there. You see that? He said, I'm gonna hunker down and I'm gonna go smell that bush. He can't do it. That's the only rule I have for the last 2 months. Okay, we got him when he was older, so we've only had him for a few months. The only rule I care about at this age is no pulling on the leash. No hunkering down and just going, blah. I don't care if he's on my left or my right now. Because again, remember the helper dog. His main thing is confidence. That's the main thing for a helper dog. It's not a perfect dog. It's not a happy dog. He'll be happy because he's working. And when he's smelling, this dog smells. He just smells and pees on everything. When he's smelling, all these things are happening in his brain. I just talked to a client yesterday and she said, my dog stops and he smells, and what should I do about it? And I said, let him smell. He's this unneutered 1-year-old dog who it fires off all this amazing stuff in his brain. I said, let him smell. That walk you're going on, it's not like it's getting him that much exercise. You're almost better off to let your dog smell on a walk. They're gonna almost be more tired. Now, this is fear period stuff. So this talk today is about helper dog stuff, loose leash walking stuff, and fear period stuff. The biggest fear period is 8 months to about 10 months in my opinion. There's others. Okay, come on. So again, what's the rule? He can cruise around, he can smell, he can pee, he cannot pull. We'll get a perfect heel later. I'm not concerned about a perfect heel. Oops. I'm not concerned about a perfect heel. He's never been on this walk, so he's like, where am I? What's going on? Look, he's doing good. I'm fine with this. I'm fine with this. He knows where I am. Look at this. I stopped, he heard me stop, and he stopped. We'll get the perfection later. We don't need perfection. We're not going to get perfection with young dogs who are going through a fear period. This is good. He's taking it all in. Remember, your helper dog needs to be confident. I don't want to train, get back here, stay on my side. I want this dog to be able to cruise and pee and pick up all these scents that he's going to pick up. Okay, now we're going to go on a busier street, so let's kind of go here. He hasn't pulled. Whenever I feel pull, he's going to get a correction. Doing good, right? Doing good. There's no pull there. It was close. Close to a pull, but no pull. Whoa. By the way, you ever want to train off-leash control? Right? You eventually, considering I haven't given him a correction, I could probably drop the leash at any moment and he would stay with me because he's going off of my body. Let's see. Starts, good boy, Prince. You're a good boy. Look at off-leash control. Eventually, you just pop this thing off. Okay, so helper dog stuff. Don't focus on perfection on the training side of things. Okay, The biggest thing for a helper dog is to be confident. See, remember that video of Bosco, the brown Dobie you saw earlier in this video? That is because that dog was so confident that he knew how to deal with all these aggressive dogs because he was so confident. Confidence is not, you can go get a shot collar and you can train your dog a perfect heel and a perfect recall and all these perfect things. They're not confidence building. And that's what we care about. We can train the good heel and sits and downs later. We want confidence right now for our helper dog, okay? So hopefully that helps.